Somebody ran back and told Bird to Gordy, your precious supreme is down there sucking face with one of them Dells. Bird to Gordy's like, what? She ain't supposed to be down there sucking face with no other ninjas. I sent her down there to work, not suck face. Bugs, hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. Today's looky would be our Michelle Red. Ooh, won't you go over there and check it out and sweeten the pot? This week, what day am I releasing this video? This would be, Wednesday to next Wednesday. All lippies will be buy one, get one free. That's what I said. And if you are not already a part of our book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube, and for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's let's continue talking about Call Her Miss Ross. The unauthorized biography of Diana Ross by Randy Taraborrelli. I don't know. Y'all know. So look, y'all, today, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to give y'all reading glasses realness today, because your girl's vision is definitely not the same. It ain't like I had, great vision from the beginning. That never happened. But for some reason with this book, I have trouble reading it. So we're going to do the reading glasses today. Okay. You ain't never read a book like this before. She began to pursue Brian Holland, hoping to convince him he should produce her group with his partners. Brian was interested. Soon he was writing notes to Diana and trying to be discreet, asking Janie Bradford to deliver them. Before long, Brian's wife, Sharon, a small but very tough and determined woman, would show up at Hitsville looking for the other woman and threatening to kick Miss Diana Ross's ass if she didn't stop messing with her husband. I told y'all, I told y'all that, although Diana Ross may be all but 92 pounds soaking wet, but she ain't scared to fight. Diana Ross ain't gonna let no fight stand in the way of her in success. I respect that, I respect it. Now, I don't agree with her hunting around with somebody's husband. Okay, give me 2 minutes. So one time, right, I was working part-time in Lowe's, and this dude was so attractive to me. He looked like Common, but a better body. Okay, he was like a NBA player in the body, right? So this was during the time that, I didn't know what I was going to do. I don't know if I was going to, keep on, hunching the ladies or, begin hunching the mess. I didn't know, right? So anyway, I met him at Lowe's, my part-time job, and I asked the nigga like a dummy, because I'm green. I don't know too much about the straight life. But I said, excuse me, do you got a girlfriend? Not thinking that I'm in the age bracket as to where men don't have girlfriends no more. They have wives. Nay, you stupid. Child, I didn't find out till like 9 months later. The reason why he didn't have a girlfriend was because he had a wife. Ding. You ain't never read a book like this before. Sharon was no passive, sweet, and naive Claudette Robinson type. She was jealous and very protective of her relationship with her husband. Nevertheless, Holland, Dozier, and Holland were in the studio with the Supremes by 1963, May of 1963. The Supremes seemed to be off to a new start, but their future was threatened when Sharon Holland set out to separate her husband, Brian, from Diana. She accosted Diana in the 20 Grand nightclub. Oh, I remember this, right? So what happened was the Supremes down there, they getting ready to perform. It's another girl group who was down there with them, the Velvets. So all the girls standing around talking to the Velvets, okay? Then all of a sudden, this little lady, this little short woman had came through the door looking for Diana. She cuts through the crowd. Excuse me, which Diana? I'm ready to kick your ass today, okay? If it wasn't for the fact that Flo, they said Flo and Mary, stood in the way to protect Diana, but I don't believe Mary because, Mary, like myself, always wants peace. Let's be peaceful. We don't want any problems. I don't want no problems, okay? Because I know how ugly this world can be. You hear me? I am from the hood. Okay, well, hood adjacent. The 80s, okay? And you ain't never read a book like this before. Shasta La Vista to you, nigga, Alpo. Fuck you, nigga, with 2 fingers. I know you like Nay. Why you happy for that man's death? Do you know how many DC niggas went down because of Alpo? Wayne Perry is still serving a goddamn sentence over that nigga Alpo. That ninja Alpo is responsible for a lot of deaths in DC, okay? And a lot of time. You ain't never read a book like this before.
Like Nay be nice. No, not today. It's a celebration, bitches.
Mary and a female singer trio who called themselves the Velvets, according to a witness, said that Sharon Holland shouted obscenities and screamed at Diana. If you don't stay away from my man, you are a dead woman. Diana wasn't one to run from a challenge. She was ready to fight Sharon Holland if she had to. In fact, she seemed eager, but her friends managed to get her out of the nightclub just in time. Well, he likes you, Diane, Florence explained. Yeah, from what I understand, that dude really liked her. So Florence said in an interview in 1975 that really and truly Diana Ross didn't have to mess with HDH in order to get them to produce Do Supremes. I would disagree. Life is always about timing, right? The Marvelettes are topping the chart. Diana went to Barry and was like, Barry, I need you to get HDH to write some hits for us. Barry was like, I don't want to piss off the Marvelettes, so let me come back to you on that. Diana Ross ain't got time to wait for Barry to Gordy. So she took matters into her own hands and went over there and started, shaking, whatever 92 pounds had. Barry Gordy was dragging his feet with getting HDH to write for the Supreme. So I would disagree. There were other guys besides Brian that Diane liked. But I ain't saying who, because it ain't nobody's business. And besides, she'd kill me. Ain't nothing wrong with you, telling us, Florence. I know you up in the heavens and everything now, but you could have told us. I mean, who you talk about? Eddie Kendrick. Who else? We know about Smokey the Robinson. I mean, you could have put some other people's names out there because there's surely rumors out there. I would love to have heard, what other people she talking about. I want to know, is this the magicians? Mary Wilson said that Diana and Brian Holland were seeing each other from late 1962 to late 1963. The period of time when Dozier Holland first began working with the Supremes. If Diana was indeed having an affair with Brian Holland, it apparently ended shortly after the confrontation with his wife in the nightclub. Luckily, the end of the relationship did not mean the end of the collaborations between HDH and the Supremes. Meanwhile, Martha Reeves and her Vandellas were going on to fame and glory, while Diana and her Supremes seemed to be stuck in a rut. The battle lines were drawn. Barry made the mistake of booking both groups on a show together at the Howard Theater in Washington, D.C., with the Supremes as the opening act. But this was the time that Diana somehow found out what the Vandellas were going to wear. Child got 3 of the same exact dresses and gave them to, Mary and Florence. Mary and Florence is oblivious. Oh, girl, we gonna wear this today. We gonna kill them dead. They on, stage doing their elegant bebop thing. Suddenly, right? The girls look over in the wings, and who the hell is over there looking at them with their fists balled up? But the damn Vandellas with the same outfit on. As soon as their set was over, Diana jetted off stage. She like, Florence and Mary like, why'd you do that? Diana was like, you look good, don't you?
Okay, you're welcome. You ungrateful bitches.
Now back in the dressing room, while the Supremes leisurely changed clothes and commiserated about Diane's ass whooping to come, the Vandellas, wearing cheaper, tackier stage wear because of Diana's stunt, wrapped up their set. We should have left early and gone back to the hotel, Florence decided. Honey, you're in trouble now. Looky here. I can handle Miss Martha Reeves, Diana said cockily. If she messes with me, she'll be the sorry one. She ain't nothing anyway. Yeah, she ain't nothing anyway, Mary piped in. Caught up in a moment. You see how this author is taking a dig. Like, girl, you know damn well you ain't about to throw hands with nobody. You just caught up in a moment, girl. You just want to signify what Diana Ross is mad at her. Girl, but how you going to steal the damn book? How you going to steal about 30% of the book? You ain't stole it. Okay, so you cited it, but it's just the point, girl. You can't use the girl work and then talk about her like a dog. It's obviously he do not like the Mary Wilson. He's correct. Mary Wilson don't want to fight nobody. Nobody. She don't want to fight nobody. She don't even want to fight a pit bull off of her. Right on cue, a loud pounding on the locked dressing room door startled all 3 of them. Open up, the voice on the other side demanded. Diana quickly picked up the telephone and began dialing frantically. Mary, always the chicken. Didn't I tell you? Politely opened the door. Then she and Florence took 3 panic-stricken steps backwards. Martha remembered what happened next. Quite simply, I told Miss Diana Ross that I felt like scratching her eyes out for what she had done. Reeves recalled, laughing at the memory, and she said to me, but Martha, here's the phone. It's Mr. Gordy. For you! By now, her voice had risen an octave. He's got something to say to you, she insisted. Then Diana shoved the receiver at me, Martha said, and I put it to my ear. There was a patient voice on the other end. Now, Martha, Diana didn't mean to harm you. But Mr. Gordy, she said, now you leave Diana alone. Woo, woo, woo. That's right. Take your ass back into the damn room and stew over there because you would not be messing with Bury the Gordys, Diana Ross. You better know your place. Girl, you know the deal. Stay in my corner. Those ninjas. The Dells, a popular rhythm and blues group, were also appearing on the same show in Washington, D.C. Diana was said to be romancing one of the group members, and everyone involved with the review was whispering about it. Somebody ran back and told Bertie Gordy, your precious Supreme is down there sucking face with one of them Dells. Bertie Gordy's like, what? She ain't supposed to be down there sucking face with no other ninjas. I sent her down there to work, not suck face. And what's the lady name who was in charge of them while they were out on the road, like a chaperone? Her name was Miss Johnston. So anyway, Miss Johnston, caught Diana and one of them Dells downstairs sucking face, having lunch, whatever. Okay, they on a lunch break together. Miss Johnston goes to them after Barry the Gordy reprimands Miss Johnston for not keeping Diana Ross away from other ding-dongs her age. Okay, that's what happened. So anyway, Miss Johnston trying to break it up. Diana Ross says, I can talk to a fella if I want to. I know my rights. I can say hello to a guy if I like, and you can't tell me what to do, Miss Johnston. Later, Diana would recall, I really whipped it on her that day. You're doing a lot more down here than just talking, girl. Don't you think I know what's been going on around here? You just wait until I tell Mr. Gordy. The next day, when they returned to Detroit, Miss Johnston told Barry what had happened, and he called Diana in his office. Look, I don't care what nobody says, Diana said in her defense, because she was wrong and she embarrassed me and I ain't apologizing to her. No way. She recalled later that Barry said that I had to apologize to her, but I insisted that I wasn't going to do it. Finally, I said I would, but only because he said so. So I wound up saying I was sorry, though I really felt that she was being wrong. She wasn't wrong. She understood the assignment. That's what it was. You didn't understand the assignment. As 1964 began, the Supremes continued to work in the studio with a variety of writer-producers with all sorts of sounds and techniques. Though they had been at Motown for 3 years, it seemed as if the group had no identity at all, especially with each other. 1964 began. The Supremes continued to work in the studio with a variety of writer-producers with all sorts of sounds and techniques. Though they had been at Motown for 3 years, it still seemed as if the group had no identity at all, especially with each of them doing lead singing. I know you all sing lead, but she's the one with the most commercial sound, Barry said, pointing to Diana. We spoke about this previously. You know, when we discussed the Aretha Franklin signing to Motown, Barry is a pop maker, not a soul, R&B, jazz, blues maker. Okay, so he had no idea what to do with Florence's voice. Mary, she don't matter. She go over there. She can do anything. Anyway, they thought that Barry was playing. When he said, okay, Diana's going to be singing the lead. They was like, okay, well, that's the way he feel right now, but I know he going to work it out because he did it for the Marvelettes. And he did, was it the Vandellas? But one of the girl groups, it was 5 and it was 2 lead singers. And he also did it for the Temptations. There were 3 lead singers there, okay? I don't know why they chose not to do it, or he chose not to do it for the Supremes. Maybe because it ain't enough of them. I don't know. But girl, Florence and Mary thought that ninja was playing. He ain't playing with you, girl. Them daggone Sagittarius, when they tell you the truth, you better believe them, girl. You can't change their mind because they steadfast, girl. They ain't moving. Barry Gordy simply felt that once his writers and producers could focus on exactly which voice they would be writing for, it would be easier to break the group out. I mean, there's no malice behind it that I see. He trying to make the Supremes a hit, okay? I don't see no malice behind it. Focus on one girl, write it for her, Diana D. Ross, the pop voice, okay, that he knows how to maneuver, and we can go from there. What? Why you so mad for? Lamont Dozier of Dozier Holland recalled the next step. One evening after a writing session for the Marvelettes, Eddie, Brian, and a writer-producer, Mickey Stevenson, were playing a game of cards while I was tinkering on the piano. All of a sudden, I came up with this melody and the question, where did our love go? Brian heard it and said, hey, that'd be great for the Marvelettes. Let's work it out. So we quickly finished it, and at the time, it seemed like just another song on an upcoming Marvelette album. The boys bring the Marvelettes in the studio. Listen, this is what we want you to do next. The Marvelettes is like, I don't like that song. Okay, but I guess out of respect, because they like the top billed Motown girl group right now. Okay, this is the song that we want you guys to sing. The Marvelettes was like, answer no. Ding, no. Wanda Rogers of the Marvelettes said, absolutely ridiculous. The most pitiful tune we'd ever heard. We never dreamed it would amount to anything. Gordy suggested that the fellows offered the song to the Supremes. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. Remember, all lippies are buy one, get one free. Now remember this. The same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. My naysayers, my patron loves. You babies, have a good one.